Yeah. So in today's life, hello everyone. In today's life, we'll be talking about the UniFi access point. As you all know, the UniFi has tons of access point, like depending on the size of, depending on the bands
Hmm.
and the features like the outdoor wall mount and they have all type of access point depending on the use case. So I was about to show you one more thing before we proceed on the access point topic. So
Hmm.
last week we have gone through the UniFi switches. So let me show you. Ubiquiti added a switch without any social. I mean, they didn't put that on the social network like about the switches. They put those two switches, enterprise on the legacy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and they have added these two switches, the campus 48 SPOE. S means stacking.
Ah,
So yeah, I thought I should do on this uh, on this streaming. We
yeah.
should discuss on that because without any notice, uh, they have done the two switches like the Enterprise 48 and the 24 as a legacy. And I think they have removed that switch. I'm not sure because I've seen that. Yeah, you see, they have done the legacy on the
Hmm.
XG24 and even on the other switches also. Uh, like they have done on the Enterprise. So that we should take a look into that. So this one they have a legacy and they have added two switches here.
I can't see your camera, just so you know.
Yeah, you can see.
I can't see
Oh,
your
just
camera. Nope.
okay. Let me share that. Let me share that. Sorry about that.
You're good.
Yeah, yeah. I think I was sharing. Okay, so sorry about that. Yeah, okay. I think you would be able to see now.
Yes. Yep.
Okay. So here and under the enterprise, they have added these two switches
Yep.
and they have done legacy on the 48 PoE, enterprise 48 PoE and the enterprise 24 PoE, and they have done this on the new switches as a stacking. So they have finally brought the stacking features, as you can see the
Hmm.
diagram here.
Which is funny because last week we mentioned in the live stream that it was kind of hard to find a use case for the enterprise switches, the XG switches. So it's funny
Yeah,
to see they finally put those on the legacy, and they have these new switches that
yes.
are coming out.
Yeah. So as you can see here, they are doing the like stacking stuffs and everything is similar. As you can see here, they provide the standard also as well as a stacking. Both, they price similar, like $500 more on the stacking. And without stacking, if you look into that, it will give you the 3999 and
Yep.
three. Similarly for the 24 also, standard as well as the stacking.
Interesting. Yeah.
So yeah, you will see the MC lag and the stacking features finally on the UniFi switches also.
They also seem to have upgraded their website a little bit. It looks a little different this week.
Yeah, yeah, they have improved that because everything you see on the techspecs.ui.com, all those detail, but
Mm.
now they have improved them on the same website.
Yep.
Like they have put build features, like add-ons, any add-ons you need on this device that has been added. Even you can check under the build features in the deployment. So that was changed. Last night I think when I checked that,
Hmm.
even you can check these two switches got 100 gig QSFP 28 stacking ports also. You can see here. Even it got a console port also. You can see.
Oh, it does have a console port. Yeah.
Yeah, it has 1 GB management port and 1 GB console port.
Hmm. It's a pretty beefy switch.
Yeah, and I mean they have not announced anywhere. They just have added silently. And here you
Right.
can compare it both the switches.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So the port layout at it is like 1 GB RJ45, 2.5 GB RJ45 is there because there is no 1 gig port starting from 2.5 and 10 GB RJ45 port is there also.
Hmm.
So it's very beefy switch,
Yep.
I think. And it got all the things like swappable PSU and the swappable fans also.
It's also got ether lighting.
Yeah. Also it's high ether lighting, yes. So you can see the switching capacity on those both switches and the total non-blocking throughput.
That's pretty cool. That's a lot of bandwidth.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, they have increased the L3 table size also, the ARP entries and the IPv4 routes also you can see here.
Hmm.
Because previously they don't have these things they don't add under the tech specs, but now they are putting the ARP entries, IPv4 routes, even the packet buffer size.
Yep.
Also, under the features, you can see the layer 3 features they have listed. DSCP server local networks, they don't support DSCP relay, inter VLAN routing, stacking routing local networks. You can stack that. And the
Hmm.
layer 2 features like LACP port aggregation and STP and RSTP, they have mentioned that. But these switches does not support Pro AV.
Interesting.
Yes, yeah. And everything you will see is the same as like existing switches. So yeah, let's come back to the today's topic about UniFi access point.
Yeah, there's a lot of access points. They keep adding more.
Yeah, now they have added recently in the enterprise lineup.
Yep, the E7 access points
Yeah, E7 and E7 campus both are I mean they have a different use case.
and the
And
E7
the
audience as well.
yeah, I think they have released that E7 audience.
It's on the website. It's not
Yeah,
available to purchase yet.
yes, you can see here. It's
Yep.
not available. It's like the base station. The form factor is like the
Yep.
base station XD. The thing is here it support 6 gigahertz band also tri
Yep.
radio 5 and 6 gigahertz band. And it got 10 GB uplink. So
Yep.
now let's say about what UniFi access point you have used from the list of the access point Ubiquiti have, I mean,
Yeah.
and your personal experience on that.
I've used a couple of them. Like just going off the list on the website here, like I've used the U7 Pro. That
Hmm.
one's not as good as I think it should be, but it's a really solid access point. I've used the U6 Enterprise. I really like that one. That one's really powerful.
Yeah, that is good. I mean, I've also seen that as compared to the U7 Pro, everyone, if they want to utilize 6 gigahertz band,
Yeah.
they should stick to the
Yep.
U6 Enterprise because uh, there is no such issues on the U6 part on the IoT as well as any other
Yeah.
devices. But lately, we have seen on those two access point, the U7 Pro Max and the U7 Pro has a tons of issues regarding on the 2.4 gigahertz like the IoT devices.
Yep.
They keep disconnecting. Even the firmware has been rolled out, like the older and the early access. If you're on the early access platform, even yeah, the lots of complaint on the community. If you check that,
Yeah,
so
there is.
everyone's skipping that.
But I do like the U6 Enterprise. I've also used the U6 Pro, U6 Long Range, and U6 Plus. All of them have
Yeah,
been really great access points. My favorite's probably the U6 Plus just because of how cheap it is. I feel like it does a lot for the price for $130. Um,
yeah. I think as of now, if you have U6 Lite, so in that comparison, you should choose for the U6 Plus because
yeah,
they don't have a U6 Lite shown under the website here because they have released a U6 Plus which has the same spec and it was bit cheaper than this one. I am sure, but
Yeah.
From this UniFi 6 lineup, I like the U6 Pro most here.
Yeah.
Because yeah, it has a 4 into 4 MIMO on the 5 gigahertz, and there are no such issues. Uh, like if you have use it on your network environment, you don't get any complaints, and the client connectivity is also good.
Yep.
Like if you use a band steering features, it really works that because if you're on the 5G bands or even on the like the Wi-Fi 6.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it steer the clients to that use that band, and even you get a good throughput on that. Like I've tested on all the channel width and everything. Like 80 megahertz, you get full speed, and if you choose a 40 megahertz, speed is little bit slow as
Mm-hmm.
compared to the 80 megahertz channel width. But that is very, I mean, good access point. After that, I should range the U6 long range. This
Mm-hmm.
is also a very good access point because it has a good long range. You can just put on a single access point and the signal penetrate. I mean, long.
Yeah. Yeah, it does go. The distance on that one is really good. I've also
Mm,
used the AC mesh. Um, it's older, but I like the AC mesh.
yeah.
It works fine.
I mean, the form factor of AC mesh, like it has two that directional, omnidirectional
Yeah.
antenna on that. So that's a good access point, like a small access point you can mount on a wall.
Mm-hmm.
It's get quite hot also. I mean, mostly all Ubiquiti access point
Right.
get hot.
Yes. I've also used the Swiss Army knife, and it works pretty well. I've honestly noticed that it seems to be better than the AC mesh. The Swiss Army knife is $10 cheaper, but I
Yeah.
can put antennas on the top of it, and it actually seems to have better range than the AC mesh does. In
I
my
mean, the
testing.
RP knife is a very good access point. Only the thing is it will miss like it's still just a Wi-Fi 5.
Right.
It is
Yep.
not Wi-Fi 6. That's the only downside of with this access point. But it works quite well. If you see, you have to purchase those omnidirectional antennas separately.
Yeah. Yeah, but no, it works really well, and you can use it outdoor exposed, I believe. So you can
Yeah.
really put it in whatever weather conditions you want, and it
I think
works really well.
it's rated outdoor, correct?
Yeah. Yep. Indoor, outdoor access point. Yeah.
Hmm. That is nice. I think, yeah. Now you see the comparison chart here.
Oh
That's
yeah.
quite good. Yeah. You can look for all the outdoor access point from starting from U7 outdoor, U6 Mesh Pro, the U6 Mesh and the Swiss Army knife. So you can see the price on that. This
Yes.
is the cheapest, and the other U6 mesh is also good. I mean, as like the form factor is similar to the Flex SD, which is they no longer providing. I mean, if you see, they don't have the Flex SD, Nano SD,
Yep.
which is like the stop manufacturing. They have stopped manufacturing on that.
Yeah.
So if you see the MIMO on that, only the U6 mesh has a 4 into 4 on the 5 gigahertz, and all other have 2 into 2.
Yep.
So the concurrent clients connected on the U6 mesh will be higher as compared to these all access point. As you can see here, they have maximum client count. And the only difference will be the U7 outdoor has a 2.5 GB Ethernet interface.
Yeah, that's a big difference.
Yeah, that's a big difference, yes.
It also has
Because
Wi-Fi 7 compared to everything else on that chart that has
yeah,
Wi-Fi 5 or
yeah,
6.
that's
So
yes, correct, correct. So that's for the outdoor access point. Then we should look for the wall access point. So how is the experience with the wall access point?
I've actually never used the in-wall access points. I really want to. They look really nice. I just haven't had a use for them yet. But I've heard that a lot of other people really do like the in-wall access points.
Yeah, I think so. The U7 Pro wall is also good. I have heard like lots of them are using on the wall. It's quite good network connectivity. And this one is good. I mean, but not noticeable. right now, the U6 enterprise
Hmm.
involved. Yeah, this one is also use the only the good thing about the involve access point, but you get extra ports like the
Yeah.
PoE out ports. You can power any camera. Like this is mostly used in hotels and everything where you will place this access point, single access point in a room.
Yep. I've
And
never checked, but can you do port profiles on those? Like, can you switch the
yeah,
VLAN and stuff?
you can do. You can set a port profile on that because I have tested on the previous, like the older Gen 1 AC involve. So
Okay.
in that it was working. So I'm pretty sure it should be working on that
Yeah.
because you can under the deployment you can see here you can just PoE in from this involve access point to the camera.
Gotcha. Yep.
I mean, oh, sorry, to the UniFi talk phone
To the
managed
talk
Wi-Fi.
phone. Yeah.
Yeah, it will point. So depending on that, like how much PoE in you are giving, I mean, what's the PoE in you are giving if you're giving from the UniFi switch PoE plus or the PoE, both thing. If you give the PoE plus, that much output power you will get on that PoE out. I think the U7 Pro Wall does not have that extra ports.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah,
I didn't see that.
they yeah, they have removed those things, and I'm thinking this is a fan. I think you
Hmm.
can see here,
Okay.
like
Yeah, it
for
looks like it.
they have ventilation on the fan, like these access point because of it has a Wi-Fi 7 chip on that, so it get quite hot. So to
Yeah.
release the heat, they have used that, and we can compare here with the U6 extender. So I mean this we should say about this is a U6 extender. You can call as a mesh devices, like you can extend the Wi-Fi on this because this is pretty I mean if you check older one, I think I'm not sure about the previous one which is just a Wi-Fi 5, but this U6 extender is just you have to plug it on the socket and you
Yep.
have to mesh it with the uplink access point which is on the wired connection, so you have to adopt in that way.
I've never used one of those either, but I've heard that they work well and they extend the Wi-Fi better than most like standard Wi-Fi extenders do.
Yes, I mean pretty straightforward. All the access point in the UniFi by default support mesh. You can just create a wireless mesh on that.
Yeah.
So after that we should take a look into the enterprise one.
Yeah.
So right now they have just announced this enterprise for the enterprise network where you required high availability, redundancy.
Yep.
So they are targeting that customer on the enterprise. And these access point are, I mean, on the iPerf speed test and open speed test, they are performing quite well.
Yeah.
I've I've seen some video because there is one conference going on WLPC, so where Ubiquiti is also I mean giving I mean each and every brand and vendor go with their devices like the latest enterprise devices in the market. So they test. So I have seen on the social side on the X, they they provide good speed on the
Yeah.
enterprise X.
Yeah, and I've seen some YouTube videos about them as well. And the creator that I saw, he had really good speeds too. And he actually
I mean,
tested the high availability features, and it seemed to be really reliable.
exactly.
One thing that's interesting on your screen there, they have a 10 gig PoE plus plus adapter now. I didn't realize they have
Yes,
separate adapters now for 10 gig.
they have.
Yep.
So instead of if you don't have a UniFi switch which provide PoE plus plus, you can just grab this
Hmm.
10G PoE plus plus adapter, 60 watt. So it will provide all those. I mean, it has all those features like surge, peak
Yeah.
pulse, and protection also, surge protection on that. And depending on the like if you check these design access point, it's not like a round shape like the like their default access point. They have used different, I mean, design on that.
Oh, really?
But it also looks good. You can see here the LED has been removed from the middle
Yeah.
one, and it is just on the sideways, like on the edges. And the backside, you can see they have like the heat sink, all those thing, ventilation given on the each access point. You can see here.
Yep. It looks like a nice design. I like how the LED is kind of off to the side. It's not like as
Also,
distracting.
yeah, yeah. Also, the thing is that the mounting is similar to your existing access point. So you
Oh,
like if
okay.
you have any pro access point like the U6 Pro and all those, you can use those mounting because it is compatible with the UniFi
Oh, I
Pro
didn't see that.
mounting.
Okay. Yeah. That's nice.
Yeah. You can see this is for the U6 LR also. You can use
Yep.
for the U6 Pro, U6 Enterprise. So they have the same mounting plate. So that's a good thing.
Yeah.
You don't need to purchase separate plate for that. So similarly, this is the campus one. This has, I mean, different use case. You can mount it on a pole or like mostly designed for the outdoor, I think.
Yeah.
It's outdoor rated. And they have something like the prism technology.
Yeah. They showed that off in one of their videos. It was really cool.
Yeah.
And this access point is really useful for something like maybe like a college campus where you have a lot of area outside where you might want to cover Wi-Fi. And this does it really
Mhm.
well. You can do up to I think over 1,000 connected devices, and it's really
Yes.
nice.
And you can see it is a weatherproof IP67 rated with the cable covers on that. So that's good thing. You can see the design of this. This looks really good design. You can see.
And now that one is a different mounting mechanism than the standard.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. It's got a high selectivity prism technology, RF filtering, and this is a real-time spectral analysis, which is already there on the U7 Pro Max if you check under the analyzer.
Mm-hmm. Have you tried the
And
U7 Pro Max?
no, I just tried U7 Pro.
Okay.
Also, the good thing is like the level option is still there. As you can see, it's inbuilt on that access point at the top here.
Yeah, a
The
lot of
level.
their point-to-point antennas have that level on there.
Yeah. So similarly, kind of that thing, like you can see, it's never seen on the UniFi access point because they provide the leveler separately.
Yeah.
But this is like inbuilt on that. So
Yep.
this is the mounting plate. You can see the mounting for the pole mount, wall mount, all those things, accessories. And this one is not released yet. They will soon release on March 2025, I think.
Yeah.
This is also quite good as compared to the other access point like the base station XG because this is
Yep.
designed for the stadium and big conference, mostly designed for the stadium and all those things, I think.
Yeah, I mean
You
it's
can
really useful. If you put it right in the middle of the stadium, you can cover a whole bunch of
yes,
audience.
because it like it says like 5,000 square feet, I mean, open
Yep.
coverage. So this is all the comparison. All these access point of the Wi-Fi 7, and they all got spatial stream 1010, and instead of only just say E7 audience got 12 spatial stream, and you can see the coverage. The E7 only got a 2,000 square feet, and all those other campus and the audience got same 5,000 square feet coverage area. The single access point can deliver those cover area. I think this is very useful for large enterprise
Yeah.
audience.
I remember Linus Tech Tips put one of the old base stations in his attic or something at some point. That was a little
Yes.
overkill. This is more designed for
That's
stadiums, like you said, or larger installations where you have a lot of clients connected to it.
yeah. If you use on your neighborhood, you will block other networks.
Yeah,
And they still, I mean, AC Pro is still getting it. You can see this is a older access point, the AC Pro, which is quite good. I mean, if you see
yeah,
the MIMO on that, it has 3 into 3 MIMO on both 2.4 as well as 5 gigahertz. So these are the comparison of the from the AC Pro, U7 Pro, U6 Enterprise, and the U7 Pro. So among this is a very popular, and everyone replace. I mean, mostly from the AC Pro to the U6 Pro or the
U6. Yeah,
latest one, Pro Max.
yeah. I've used the AC Pro. I forgot about that one. And it works. It works fine. It's pretty powerful for how old it is.
Yeah, still, I mean, most of them are using on the network ACLR
Yeah,
and the AC Pro, still relevant. But I mean, those who are upgrading, they're just upgrading from the latest one, that the U6 Pro, U7 Pro Max.
yep,
And then comes the bridging. This is quite different market. Like if you already know about Ubiquiti has a point-to-point devices, but this is something like if you want them on the same UniFi controller platform to manage them, then you should go for the building
yeah.
bridge.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much when I use those, instead of using bridges, I've been using their UISP products. But it's really cool. I mean, I could totally use those building to building bridges or the Device Bridge Pro to do exactly what I'm doing. I'm just sending some Wi-Fi basically out a couple hundred feet um, to another setup that I have. So I could be using a building to building bridge, but I just use the UISP products because they're a little bit cheaper. And
Yes.
that allows me to try UISP, try the software, see how it works. But these products are really nice. It makes it a lot easier to do that wireless bridging, a lot less configuration for people, especially who don't know how to use UISP products. This just lives, like
Hmm.
you said, right in the Unified Network application.
Yeah, that's correct. So, I mean, the only point you will see the Air Max devices point-to-point USB, they are quite cheaper when you go for the same thing, like the 60 gigahertz wireless
Yeah,
bridge. You can look for only the thing you have to manage it separately on the USB. That is
yep,
not a big deal. But those who don't want to go with the other platform, they want to stick on the
right.
Unified, they should go for this one, and they're depending on that you can see the differences. But the latest one, I mean, this has been announced like for 4 to 5 months. They are
Yeah,
quite good. I mean, the
yep,
device bridge pro and the device bridge.
yeah, they're pretty new.
So this one is good. I think it gives range up to 5 kilometer. You can just create a point-to-point link on that. You can see here, five
Yep,
kilometer
5 kilometer.
distance. Yeah. So one should be connected on the switch, another one should be connected powered, and it will create a link on that. You can adopt it on the UniFi controller.
Yep,
And this is the device with the smallest one, and this is quite good also. You can just create a bridge from your existing UniFi devices like the access point,
hmm,
and you can just pair it with them, and you can power the camera from the device bridge.
yep. Yeah, this is less geared for like a point-to-point setup. It's more of just a point-to-device setup where you just have
Yes,
probably a single device that gets PoE
yes,
output from that and it just connects
yep,
up to your Wi-Fi.
yeah. Because it got just one single, I mean, external Omni antenna, you can also get the RPSMA. So you
Yeah,
can just take a look into the comparison of that. So from all four, the two latest one, device bridge and the pro device bridge pro, they are the cheaper as compared to the building to building UBB XG and the UBB.
yeah. Now the UDB XG is a lot faster, I think, than the Device Bridge Pro. I could be wrong.
Yeah, you can say that because it got a 60 gigahertz plus 5 gigahertz
Yeah,
to both the dual radio redundancy. So that's why it is, I mean, pretty fast as compared to,
Yep.
because it is outdoor rated, and even you can pair it, power it. I mean, you can use the 10 gig SFP ports also, SFP plus port in that. So you can see here, that's the difference.
Yep.
And then what else is left on the, so this one is not yet released. I mean, they have told it will be available on Feb 20, but still it is not available.
Mm.
This is the outdoor rated U7 Pro access point.
Yeah, where would you see this being used? Like what kind of deployment?
I mean, it is similarly, if you see the AC Mesh Pro, U6 Mesh Pro, it is used on the school campus where you
Yeah,
don't want to go with that beefy E7 campus, because it is quite cheaper as compared to them. You get even Wi-Fi 7 on that. Only the thing, you won't get any traditional that high availability on that access point as compared to the E7.
true. Yep.
And coverage is quite similar. If you check for the use E7 campus, it's also coverage up to 5,000 square feet. So I think that's all access point I think we have covered. Do you have anything else to cover on that access point thing?
Um, Not that I can think of right now. I mean, we covered all of them. The only thing is there's the U6 Enterprise in wall or whatever that was called. It's pretty
Yes.
similar to the other in walls, just a little more powerful, I think.
Yeah, the only difference in that U6 Enterprise has a Wi-Fi 6E, and even it got all those ports also, like the extra ports of for the PoE out,
Yep.
like you can use that port.
Oh, it's also got the
And
Bluetooth Low Energy radio for UniFi
yes,
IoT.
yes.
Yep.
All those Wi-Fi 7 access point does not have any Bluetooth on it.
We could also talk about the new what was that called? The new
I mean, Super Link, I think that's
Yes,
game.
yes, that's what I was thinking of.
Yes, I think, because if you check for this one, they have recently, like last week, they have announced.
Yep.
So the thing is, like when they announced the U7 access point, like the series, like the U7 Pro, Pro Max, and all those access point, so everyone noticed you can't pair your UP sense, the protect sensor from the UniFi camera here. So that's a big bummer on that. Everyone was complaining because it was not supported. So uh, everyone was looking into that older access point to use that, which has a Bluetooth connection.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, to eliminate that, Ubiquiti release a different lineup, like the Super Link with all the
Yeah.
sensors. Now this Super Link support 7 UP Sense Bluetooth devices. So it's kind of hub, I think. You can
Yeah.
even pair it all your sensors, which they have not released yet. But if you have checked that video, the announcement video, under that they have given all type of sensors, like the smoke sensor, water sensor, light sensor, everything Ubiquiti they will release, I think, this
Yeah, they
year.
showed a lot of sensors on there.
Yep. So this is how the Super Link work. You can see the deployment here.
Yep. So it almost looks like they're getting to a point where they could have some kind of like alarm system. They have some alarm sensors, but they could almost, I could see them offering some kind of subscription plan for like alarm monitoring. So there's a lot of companies like in the U.S. especially that will do like Ring does an alarm system. There's all
Yeah,
Simply Safe. Ubiquiti could almost do that with all of these sensors in the SuperLink platform. It'd be a really easy way to have kind of a wireless alarm system that links into the
yes,
UniFi ecosystem, so you could use it for other things as well. But for security monitoring, that would be really cool to see Ubiquiti offer that.
yeah. So do you have the UniFi sensor, like the protect sensor in your,
I do not.
I mean, it's quite good. I think you can just use a single. It's so you see, it's sold out because previously I've seen it was available. Because
Hmm,
after the announce of the Superlink gateway, this sensor sold out like pretty fast
interesting. Yeah,
because
yeah, it's been a
because it.
while around for a while. I haven't used it. The reason I haven't used it is because I have a Zigbee network at my house, so I use Home Assistant, and the Zigbee sensors are typically a lot cheaper. But this sensor is really nice because this specific sensor has a lot more features to it. So it's got the 1 year battery life, but it does
Mhm.
motion detection. I think it's got temperature in there. There's a light sensor. There's all kinds of
Yes,
things you can do. All in
temperature,
one unit.
humidity sensor. Yeah,
Yeah.
they have even use everyone even use like for the even on the water. I think they everyone use there like to provide the water sensor adapter. So in that you have to get the 3 pack on that.
Hmm.
Then you will get a water sensor adapter for that. You will get one adapter where you will just place those UP sense on that and it will work like as water sensor.
That's cool.
Yes, it is available on the 3 pack and the 3 pack is already sold out.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a comment on the live stream from Rob M, who says he thinks that their sensors is going to be a huge move for Ubiquiti, and he has several of the sensors that he's been waiting for the new way to connect them. And he also said that the batteries in all of his sensors is more than 2 years old, and they are all above 90%, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, I think pretty much everyone in the Ubiquiti community use that sensor. So it's pretty good. I mean, I've never seen any complaint about that.
Yeah,
So I think if we take a, I mean, if we take a look into that thing, like that video, I think which Ubiquiti released like last week about
yeah,
this sensor device. In that way, we will, I mean, everyone, our like those who are watching stream, I mean, mostly everyone have already watched, but
yeah.
if we will cover here, so that will be good, I think.
Yeah,
Every- I think I should
go for it.
check. Yeah, I think this one.
Imagine detecting a water leak.
So do you see the screen here?
Yes, I do.
Okay, sure.
Instantly triggers a siren and actually, it's sends frozen. A webhook notification.
Okay, just give me a second.
You're good.
I think it says to resume, but I'm not able to share that.
Interesting.
The Zoom says your screen sharing is paused, and I click on resume, it didn't resume. I think I'm running the video, that's why it stopped.
Oh, maybe.
I think you should give it a try. I think
Yeah.
I will stop sharing.
Rob M also said in the comments, as far as the U7 in wall with the RJ45 ports, he thinks UniFi was waiting for a larger power supply PoE+++ due to the power required by the U7 APs, which makes sense because they probably can't pass power through if the access point itself is
Yes.
taking a lot of power. Okay, so sharing is not turned on. I'll send a request. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so let's do this one. and share. Okay, so there's an ad right there. Let me move this. Okay.
Better now.
Does it work for you?
Yeah, I can see the
Good.
screen.
I can't hear any sound from it for some reason, but
Yeah, even I cannot hear any sound, but that
okay.
is fine.
Yep. So you'll see there's some wide ranges of applications these sensors are being used in. Um,
Yes.
some alarms there, some notifications, and if we pause here, well, actually maybe if I go a little forward, shows kind of all of the sensors that they're planning on releasing.
Yeah, everything is linked to the Superlink gateway. That's a
Yep.
hub like thing. I mean, they have even hub also to power connect
Yep.
those through that.
Yeah, so there's a lot of relays you can add. There's smoke detector, siren, glass break, key fob,
Yeah,
an
yeah.
environment sensor, entry sensor, alarm control sensor or button,
Motion
motion
sensor,
sensor.
air quality.
Yep. So there's a wide range of products they thought of, and I'm sure there's more they can even add after they release this batch of products that can extend the ecosystem. And there's even a smaller version of the relay hub, it looks like, down here in the middle.
Yeah, that is. I think if you take a look into the video, they have used that key fob also to turn on the light and the
Yeah.
sensor.
So they've got many sensors placed all over the application.
Yes.
And on the UniFi Protect page, you can actually see all the sensors, see all the averages of the temperatures, see
Yes.
humidity, light levels, leak detection, all of that stuff.
Yes. I mean, if we have one product sensor right now, we would also have seen those things like the
Yeah,
sensor management and the product.
it says multi-year battery life, which is really cool, up to 2 kilometers. So
Mm.
I was curious, does this work the same way as Zigbee does? Like, can you mesh them together?
Yeah, pretty much. I can see here. It says like you can see here. It is pairing here like a Zigbee. So
Gotcha.
not sure.
Because like Zigbee, the devices will interconnect to each other to kind of make a
Yes,
mesh network and extend it.
mesh
This,
network. Yeah.
yeah,
So I think it will be same as that of Zigbee. You'll
gotcha.
see when it come up.
So they've got like an alarm control panel there,
Yes.
sensors,
The
different,
motion sensor.
yep, different actions you can do on the control panel. You could do panic, you could do arm, night mode,
Yeah.
and it's PoE powered. It looks like it's in the same form factor as the UMR Ultra.
UMR. Yeah.
Yeah,
UMR Ultra.
nice. Yep,
So that was pretty much, I mean,
yeah, yeah, yeah. That's really cool.
one thing I would like to share the design. I mean, right now we notice about that. I think we have noticed about the UMR Ultra, as you said,
Yeah,
correct?
yep,
I will show you one more thing about the differences they have. I mean, the common. So right now, can you see my screen?
yes.
Okay. So right now they have this camera security and they have added the AI key. Where is the AI?
Yeah.
So, yeah. So right now you'll see the form factor of this AI key is kind of, I mean, the design is similar to that of the Cloud Key Gen 2 Plus. And you can
Oh
see
yeah,
the
you're
rack.
right. Yep,
And you see the rack mount is also same as a Cloud Key Gen 2 Plus. You can have the
yep.
Cloud Key Gen 2. If you go back and check for the Cloud Key Gen 2 Plus, you
Mm-hmm.
will see NBRs. Yeah, you will see the Cloud Key Plus, and you will see the add-ons here. Select the rack mount of the Cloud Key. You'll see the
Yeah.
kind of design idea they see with that. So if we check under here advanced under the integrations, the UMR Ultra.
Yep.
which you already have. I think it's similar as
Yep.
compared to the Superlink gateway.
Yeah. Rob M also said for an enterprise having stable access to all those sensors is huge, and I agree. Like if they're relying on critical information from these sensors, having a reliable connection is pretty important to them.
Yes,
He
that's
also said
correct.
he's pretty sure they are not using meshing to connect them because it can be too unstable. So they must just be operating on like a super like low frequency or something. That way they can send the data back to the SuperLink hub efficiently if they're not meshing, which I don't know if they are or not. But
I mean, yeah, pretty much they are connecting all through those hubs. So there might be some frequency control or something
yeah,
if they are not doing mesh, because as it can create, I mean, issues on the mesh network
right.
if we interconnect all those through meshing.
That is true.
Okay, and this, yeah, so super link. Anything else you want to we should discuss on this? So if you,
Um, I don't know. I want to save the UniFi Protect stuff for the next live stream.
yeah, I
Um,
think that,
but I think we covered most of the access points. What we could do is we could talk about the access point accessories.
yes, yeah, that is also good thing. I mean, we have seen those mostly use, everyone use a 3D printing instead of going with the
Yes.
PKT.
Yeah, it's a lot
So
cheaper to 3D print usually, but they do provide a lot of different wall mounts and different arm mounts for the access points.
yes, I mean, have you used these covers? I mean, mostly I've seen these covers on the Nano HD when they have announced during that time.
Yeah, I have not used the covers. I think they work on the U6 Plus now and the U6 Lite, but not the
Yes,
bigger access
and
points.
I think this compatible to U6 Plus, U6 Lite, and the Nano HD.
Yeah.
I mean,
So I haven't had to use for them.
yeah, I've also not used it because it is not available. And because they have announced this, because everyone started to paint the access point, like
Ah,
it void the warranty.
yep.
With Ubiquiti said, if you just paint any extra on that, it will void the warranty on that.
Actually, if you
That's
click
why.
on professional, they do have a flag or a paintable cover for the U7 access points.
Yes,
I didn't see that, but that would answer that right there. Like you said, they can you can paint your access point now without voiding the warranty.
yes. Also, they have this for the U7 Pro, I think, U7 wall, I think.
Hmm.
This is stable.
Oh,
I
that's cool.
mean, this one, yeah, they have, when they have announced these access point, this was quite, I mean, quite look good. I mean, if you check for that paintable flush mount
Hmm.
on that, you can see different. It's on wooden. This is on the tiles and the and how to use these accessories. They see they got
Yep.
extra cover for that.
Yeah, they're very good at providing good instructions on how to install the equipment, especially with these different mounts. They have like a full instruction booklet for the Pro Max 16 switch of how to install it, which is really nice.
Yeah, even you have that switch, correct? I think they have
Yes. Yep.
installation guide for that Pro Max 16
Yeah.
PoE. If you check for the add-ons here,
Yeah, so they've got like a QR code on the box and it walks you through exactly step by step how to install it, what screws to put in, all that kind of stuff.
mhm,
It's really nice.
yeah, it is nice. I think if you check for the rack mount also, they have tons of the rack mount accessories
Hmm.
like the toolless mini rack, and they have already have a full rack cabinets like 42U.
I'd love to try it, but it's very expensive.
Very expensive. You have to pay extra charge for the delivery also. Like
Ah, yeah. Rob M said their instructions are very IKEA-like, which they are. So any IKEA
yes,
furniture is very detailed in the instructions on how to set it up.
you can say that. Correct.
Rob also said he doesn't understand why they never had any covers for the U6 Pro since it was their flagship, which is true because, yeah, the U6 Pro or U6 Enterprise never had any covers for them, which was kind of surprising because,
I mean, After Nano HD, U6 Plus, U6 Lite, and UP, they have stopped providing for the access point. I mean, the thing is, it was getting quite hot. I mean, if you see, if it mount on a surface,
Yeah,
and
true.
if you're using it, yeah. So depending on that, they have stopped doing. I'm not sure.
Yeah, those U6 enterprise access points do get very hot when you touch them.
Yes. Even the U7 Pro right now, this one is also quite getting hot.
Yeah.
And the U7 Pro Max, I've heard it has a fan on that, like on the middle part.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, yeah, I think I've seen in the Reddit post in the community
Interesting.
forum, it has a fan on that. Even that fan sound is also, I mean, noticeable when it runs lots of client.
Hmm.
I've
I
seen in some videos like,
Yeah, I haven't watched too many videos about them.
and these are the AP external antennas.
Yeah.
This UMA-D antenna is the compatibility of the mesh access point, the older one, UAPAC mesh. This is the directional one, and the omnidirectional you can use with the UK Ultra access point.
Yes. Yeah, so the antennas actually for that one that you have pulled up, they look the same as the U6, or not the U6, the UniFi mesh access point. And so
Yes,
I took the antennas off of the mesh access point I had. I put them on the UMR Ultra, or not UMR Ultra, the uh
Swiss
what was
Army
it?
knife Ultra.
Yes, the Swiss Army Knife Ultra. I put them on that, and it works fine for me.
Yeah, I think the design is same as if you check for the UAPAC mesh access
Hmm.
point, the antenna,
Yeah, they look
the
very similar.
the default antenna, it looks very similar if you take a look into the access point. Yeah, it's similar. You
Yep.
can see this was a popular access point when it during that time. I mean, still everyone uses that
Yeah.
on the network for the outdoor. Like, if you have a proper outdoor, I mean, you don't have any water leak or something, this
Yep.
works well. So right now on the list it says 25 access point, but if we take a look, there are lots of other access point which they have not listed. I mean, they have removed, but we can search it from here, like the n- Nano HD.
Yep.
You can you can search for this access point. I think it's still used, but uh, recently I've dealt with this access point. It has like latency issues,
Oh,
and signal strength is quite poor on the 5 gigahertz band.
interesting.
Almost, yeah. I have one customer who is using like 5 access point on this, like, and he's using the Flex HD also. Those two access point on the 5 gigahertz, it's has a poor bandwidth. Even the AP placement is also like in between access point, you have a lots of distance. I mean, there is no interference or in between APs, but still
Hmm.
after tuning and even using the separate channel for each access point, still it is giving those issues. I'm not
Yeah,
sure.
interesting.
And this one, Flex HD, I think. Yeah, this one.
Yeah. Now that seemed to be that's the old version of the U6 mesh, correct?
Yes,
Yeah.
correct. This is the Wi-Fi 5, and that the U6 mesh is Wi-Fi 6,
Yep.
802.11 AX standard, I think. This also get hot. I mean, these access point also get hot. I
Interesting.
mean, it those these access point does not have any like a heat dissipation, like heat sink something.
No fans.
No fans. I'll I'll check here. The flagship one, only the U7 Pro Max has fan. I've heard that, but I will take a look into that video. I will share it with you. I think we have covered pretty much of all the
Yeah,
access point and the accessories, everything.
yeah, I think that's about all. Our stream is almost at an hour too.
Yeah, I think so.
So, anything else you can think of?
I think we have pretty much covered all the topics. Like
Yep.
for this week's streams, like that we have focused on the access point, and we before starting the stream we have taken a look into those switches thing.
Hmm.
Like they have added the stacking switches. I mean, they it is not yet released, but they have listed on the website.
Yeah.
So you have to take a look into that because this will give the stacking support. I mean, right now the full enterprise lineup is completed. Like if we check for the deployment here, okay, this is these two support with the MC lag, and then you can have here the stacking switch, the
Yep.
diagram here.
So
Like
you
if you
pretty
take
much could do a highly available EFG. You could do the highly available the aggregation and then the enterprise switches now. So like pretty much everything is highly available.
yes. So they have put those thing under the enterprise. If we take a look here in the enterprise 48, so that was that is the same diagram here. They
Yep.
have just added the stacking and the enterprise.
Yep.
So I think they have all stack up with the MC lag, high availability on this aggregation switches, enterprise Fortress get in the stacking.
Yeah.
I think that was pretty much we have covered on this stream.
Yeah, I
Do
agree.
you got do you got any new questions on that?
I don't have anything else to add. No.
Yeah. Do you get any questions on the stream?
I have no questions. Nope.
Let me check mine. I think that is pretty much we have covered all the thing on this topic.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'll see you next week for the UniFi Protect stream.
Yeah. See you next week. So
Yeah.
bye.
All right. See you.
Thanks. See you. Bye.
All right, guys. That is about all for this stream today. Thank you all for watching. My light died on me apparently. Um, but yeah, that is about all. Tune in next week for the UniFi Protect stream. We'll be talking about all of the UniFi Protect cameras, NVRs, etc. Thank you for watching. Have a great day. I'll see you guys next week.